I can do this. You know who doesn't suck at crossing the street? Frogger. In 1981, Konami developed Frogger for arcades, and later that year it was released to the Atari 2600. The gameplay revolved around a frog trying to cross a busy highway and quickly became a fan favorite. Then in 1997, Hasbro Interactive rebooted the game for the PC and PS1. Frogger was brought into the third dimension and given 33 new levels to hop around in. And while the game was met with mixed reception from critics, it did however manage to produce a sequel. Frogger 2: Swampy's Revenge, released for PC, PS1, and Dreamcast with a portable version released for the Game Boy Color in the year 2000. Unlike its predecessor, Frogger 2 was very story-driven, with cutscenes in between each of the levels telling the tale of Swampy, an angry crocodile alligator thing who wants revenge on Frogger for all those years that he'd been jumped on in video games. So one day, while Frogger and his girlfriend Lily are busy sucking face, Swampy steals Lily's siblings in a diabolical plot to turn the babies into video games. Don't worry, we'll get to that. So, Frogger and Lily have to pursue Swampy and the stolen babies through 17 brand new levels with environments ranging from pyramids and laboratories to haunted houses and even outer space, in order to find 5 baby frogs in every level. The game plays much different than the 1997 version of Frogger. In Frogger 2, the frogs are spaced out much farther in a much larger level, and rather than being thrown back to the beginning of the level when you retrieve one, you are able to continue to progress through the level. The game controls very well, and the levels are beautifully designed. The only real hiccup I had with the game as far as gameplay is concerned is in the speed of the frogs you're controlling. There are some levels that you are able to just fly right through, and others where you have to be more strategic and well timed out. And then there are levels that cause you to go right from going slow to going fast to going slow again. In these cases, a wrong turn sends you off a ledge and really ruins your day. As the story progresses, Frogger and Lily continue to find more frogs, and Swampy's overall plan to make them into a video game in which he is the hero killing frogs is revealed. Yeah, real evil genius there. I think Dr. Robotnik and Bowser have a new drinking buddy. So after making it all the way to Swampy's evil lair haunted house thing, Frogger and Lily are both captured, put into a crate thing that's suspended over lava, and Swampy prepares to lower them in. At this time, however, the conveyor belt which is producing Swampy's video games has a slight malfunction, and one of the frog babies named Tad is able to escape. You would then play through the game's final level as Tad, and upon its completion, Tad makes his way over to Swampy's control panel, in which he hits the self-destruct button? Maybe? I don't know. All I do know is Swampy's entire lab begins to malfunction, things are falling apart, breaking down, and blowing up, until finally Swampy's haunted house explodes with him inside. Thankfully, Frogger, Lily, Tad, and all the frog babies make it out safely, and they get to watch the murderous, death-filled explosion as the sun comes up over the horizon. Family outings. I also had a problem with the length of the game as a whole. Yes, there are 17 whole levels in the story mode, however, you can 100% the game in about an hour. When you've completed Frogger 2's story mode, you can hop on over to the arcade machine in the game's lobby, where you can play as Frogger, Lily, the tadpole Tad, or Treeby, who's essentially the frog version of Big the Cat,
Sorry.
and go back through all of the game's level, and play through the brand new supplementary stage called Super Retro, which includes 10 brand new redesigns of the original Atari maps from the original Frogger games. You can also take these 4 characters and play through any level in competitive multiplayer. And that's Frogger 2, one of the most important video games of my childhood, super fun game, and of course, a happy ending, wouldn't you know it.